Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Salesforce Rocks. In this video, we are going to see how to integrate two Salesforce Arc. Okay, now we have source Salesforce Arc and target Salesforce Arc. Okay, from source Salesforce Arc, we are going to create an HTTP request to hit the target Salesforce Arc. When the target Salesforce Arc receive the HTTP request, it will process that request and create the HTTP response back to the source Salesforce arc. Okay. Here I have ABC Infotech 15 as the source Salesforce arc and ABC Infotech 16 as the target Salesforce arc. I will show you the source arc and target arc which I have created. So ABC Infotech 16 starts with target arc. So and Infotech 15, this is the source arc. Okay. So in order to do the integration using REST API, we have to follow these 5 steps. Okay, first 3 step is completely configurable, and the next 2 step, I mean step 4 and step 5, we need to write the apex class. Okay, I will tell you each and every step in the demo. So we have to follow all these steps one by one. Okay, first let me create the connected app in the target org is ABC Infotech 16. Let's go to the target app, ABC Infotech 15. So search the app manager in the setup search bar. So I'll search the app manager and click on it. So you can see the 2 buttons, new lightning app and new connected app. Okay. So click on the new connected app. Once you click on the new connected app, you can see the following window. Okay. Here in the connected app name, you can give whatever the name you want, and the contact email, you can give your contact email. Scroll below. So here you can find API enable OAuth setting. So in under that you have enable OAuth settings checkbox. So click on the checkbox. So you can find callback URL and selected OAuth scope. Okay. So in callback URL, so this callback URL you will receive only when you complete the second step. Okay. So now we are at the step 1. So here we can give some dummy URL like https://test.com. For the OAuth scope, we have the different scope for different purpose. As of now, we can select all the scope and move to the right corner. Okay. So now save the process. So once you save this one, you can receive like change can take up to 10 minutes to take effect. Click on continue. So you'll be redirected to this window. Here you have manage customer details. Okay. Sorry, manage consumer detail. So once you click on this one, you will receive one verification notification bar. So when you click on the verification, then you will receive the consumer key and consumer secret. This consumer key and consumer secret, we have to store it so that we can paste it in the next step, like authentication step. Okay. So now I click on this manage consumer details. So whatever the org details I have given. So for this target org, I have configured my email address. I have received the email in my email address. So I have entered my verification code. Okay. This is my consumer key and consumer secret. I'll copy it and store it in my notepad. Okay. So we have successfully completed the first step. Then we need to move on to the second step. It's the creation of auth provider in SOSL. Okay. We'll move on to the SOSL. SOSL is ABC Infotech 15. Okay. Now we move on to the ABC Infotech 15. This is the source org. In source org, you can search for auth provider. So you need to allow all the cookies in order to receive the auth provider. So when you click on this auth provider, you can see this page. So click on new. So provider type, we are going to integrate to Salesforce Arc. Okay. Now we can select Salesforce as the provider type. So name, you can give one sample name. So I have given Salesforce auth. Okay. Suffix, it will auto populate. Consumer key and consumer secret, we need to give it. So this is the consumer key. I'll copy the consumer key. Consumer secret. Okay. Rest, you can leave it and you can save the settings. Once you complete this process, you will receive the callback URL. You can copy this callback URL and go to the target R. Here, click on edit because initially we have given some dummy URL in the callback URL. So you can remove that and replace with the new URL. Okay. And save it. So now the callback URL is updated. Okay. Next, we have to create the third step is creation of name credential in the source arc. Okay. Now we are go to the source arc and create the name credential. Click on the named credential. So this is the first time you are creating. You'll see the new legacy. When you click on the drop down, click on the new legacy. Here you can give whatever the name you want for the name credential. So I'll give Salesforce named cred. Okay. This URL you need to copy from the my domain from the target R. Okay. Let's go to the target R. Search for my domain. My domain. Copy this URL. Okay. Paste it over here. Add https colon /. Okay. So in the identity type, you can give named principal. Okay. In authentication protocol, you have the different authentication. Like you can have no authentication also you can give. You can give OAuth 2.0 and password authentication. We have different types. Now we are going with OAuth 2.2. Okay. So yeah, in the previous step, we have created one auth provider, right? So you can configure that auth provider by clicking this. So this is the auth provider we have created in the step 2. We can configure this one. In scope, you need to give us refresh underscore token space full. So when you click give the refresh token full, so it won't ask you to log in again and again. Each time it will refresh. So it will automatically fetch the authentication data. Okay. So give this one so that in order to avoid logging each and every time. Okay. Now click on save. So in this step, you have to log into your target org. Okay. So this is very important. So you must log into your target org. So this is my target org. I'm logging into my target org now. So allow this. Once you successfully logged into your target org, you will receive like this authenticated as followed by your target org email ID. Okay. Okay. So now the connection is successfully established. Now we'll go move on to the fourth step. Step 4 is creation of HTTP callout class from the source arc. Now we'll move on to the source arc and create the Apex class. So I'll create a new Apex class named account callout. Okay. So I've created an Apex class. I've already written code for this code block for this. So I'll copy paste this and I'll explain you line by line. Okay. I'll copy paste this one. So this is the code block for the HTTP callout. So I'll explain you line by line. So first I have created one Apex class, then followed by the Apex method. So name of the method is send accounts. So we are going to send an accounts. So what we are going to send, right? So we are going to send the list of account. So list of account, the name of the list of the account is account JSON. So that account JSON, we cannot pass it to the request body. Request body should always be the string. Okay. So I have uh, I have named as a request body one string. I have named it. So I am deserializing the account JSON. So account JSON is the list of account. List of account I'm deserializing and sending it to the request body. Okay. So now the request body has the string serialized list of account. Okay. So then the target endpoint. So the target endpoint, which so since we have created the name credential, it should always start with the callout colon name Salesforce name. So name of your name credential. So name credential I have created as Salesforce named cred. So I'll copy this one and I'll paste here. Okay. So followed by services, Apex REST, and the target endpoint. So this will leave as it is because we have not yet created the endpoint in the target arc. Once we create the endpoint, we'll map it here. Okay. So here we need to map the endpoint name. Okay. So now we'll create the HTTP request instance. HTTP request REQ is the instance of the HTTP request equal to new HTTP request. Okay. So so here the main blocks are there. So first thing is we need to set the endpoint. Endpoint we have created here. This endpoint we need to map it here. Okay. So then what is the method? Since we have 5 methods. Okay. H get, put, post, patch, and delete. So post is creation. Get is to retrieve the data. Put is create and update the data. Then patch is only update. Then delete is deleting the data. Okay. So now we are going with the post. It's creation of the data. Okay. Now here we have sent the set method as a post and set header. So authorization. Here we need to give us a bearer. So here we need to pass the current user session ID. So that is the authorization token. Okay. Here again we need to set the header as content type JSON application JSON. Okay. So in the next line, in the 11th line, I have given system.debug as account JSON. So whatever the request body, I'm serializing the account list of account. Okay. That one I'm putting as a debug. So in order to check it. Okay. So then I'm setting that one as a body. In request body, I have set as string of the request body. So this is the serialized list of account. So this list of account, we are going to pass it as the input. Okay. Now, so once all these requests are set, we need to write the response also. So once it hit the target arc, so again, whatever the return we are passing there, that return we need to capture it here. So once it successfully hit the target arc, we'll get the response code as 200. So then whatever the success message we have written, we'll get it in the response body. Okay, response dot get body. So this is complete code which I have written. I'll save this code. Then we'll move on to the target. So create a REST apex in the target arc. So this is the step 5. Okay. Let me move on to the target arc. Okay. Create new apex class. Name of the apex class I'll give REST account. So for this also I have already written the code. I'll copy and paste. Then I'll explain the code one by one. First, the in the first line we need to give annotate with the at REST resource. Okay. Then followed by the URL mapping. URL mapping, I have given target endpoint. So since we are going to map the account, we'll give account int. Okay. I will copy this account int. We need to paste it in the target R. In target R endpoint, we need to paste the URL which we have given it in the target. Okay. So I have saved it. Let's move on to the target R. In target R, at should be start with the annotation REST resource. First, we have to give the URL mapping. URL mapping is account int. Okay. Followed by the class name. So in class name, we need to start with the global with sharing class REST account. Okay. Then since we have called the post method, here we need to give the at HTTP post. So whatever the method we have called there, so that method we have to annotate it with. So here we have called the at HTTP post. So I have given receive accounts as the method name. So then I have put the system.debug. Whatever the request body I am passing there, so that will be received at receive response. So REST context dot request dot request body. So here in source or so whatever the request body what I have passed the list of account in the form of JSON. Okay. So that one I will receive in the target or in REST context dot request dot toString. Okay. Now I have stored this request body in one JSON string. So that the string named JSON accounts. Okay. So then I need to deserialize this string into the list of account. So there I'm serializing the account list of account in the string. Here I'm deserializing the string into the list of account. So this is the format. First, we have to declare the list of account. So deserialized account is the list of account. So then we need to deserialize with the first we have to mention like list of account json.deserialize the what which string we have to deserialize that one we have to mention. Then system.type. So system.type is what type it is. So the type of the JSON is list of account dot class. This one we have to mention. Okay. Then after getting deserialized, I'm iterating the deserialized account and I'm printing it here. So this one, I will show it in the demo. Okay. So now I'll save this class. I'll go to the source org. From the source org, first let's create the input. Okay, list of account, ACC list, select, query. To query the account, we need to write the code for fetching the record. So first we'll query the ID, name, and phone. So from account object, limit we have to give. Limit, first I'll query 10 account. Okay. Then I'll call this class, send class name followed by the method name. To this method, we have to what input we have to pass. We have to pass the list of account. So here we have queried the list of account. This list of account, I'm going to pass it here. Okay. So I have passed. I'm highlighting it. I'm executing this query. Okay. I've executed this query. So let's go to the target arc and check whether we have received. So I am in the target arc. I'm clicking on the log. It is generated and I'm debugging it. So you can see I've received all the 10 accounts in the target arc. Okay. Let's go to the target arc. So to check the response. So you can see here we have returned the response, record process successfully. I'll go to the source arc and I'm clicking on that one and click on the debug. You can see the response is also received. As I have mentioned, so we have created the HTTP callout. So to hit the target arc, from the target arc, it process the input, then it will send the HTTP response to the source. So source has received the HTTP response. Yeah. So this is what the complete demo for Salesforce to Salesforce integration. If you have any doubt, please post it in the comment section. Thanks for watching our channel. Thank you so much. Bye.